Hi everybody, my name is Kezia Roberts and I'm one of the organisers for the Walk of Art for 2021. We thought it'd be a really good idea to share with you a little bit of our knowledge on how to use a Google map. Some of you might be familiar, some of you might not be, but either way you might pick up some hints and tips. So what you're seeing on screen at the moment is our website, which is www.horsforth-woa.org. So we're trying to send out the link to as many mediums as possible. So you will start to see it on things like Twitter platform and Instagram and Facebook as well. But all the information that you do need is in one place. So under here, you have a little drop down list, gives you information about the Walk of Art 2021. And we're going to go on the Q&A page. As you can see there, we are already there. So on the Q&A page, if you scooch down, there is also visitors information. It's in there as well. But in the Q&A page, it just gives you a bit of information about what the Walk of Art is, what our theme is up in the air, how we're promoting our green agenda, and more importantly here is on the day. So where can I find information on the day? And it says here via our comprehensive Google map. And here you can see it will say click here for a link to the map. So that is exactly what we're going to do. So when you click that, it will take you into the browser. So that's important. I'm using a Samsung Android phone, and I've been told that the iPhones also do the same thing as well. So they're all very, very, very similar. So this is the web-based version of it, which you'll see all over. What we're going to do though is at the top up here, you can probably see it. There is a little icon and that is the app icon for Google Maps. And we're going to go via that. Here we go. So when we click that, it will bring you up all the information about the app. So it's looking a little jumbled at the moment. You can use 2 fingers to stretch out that screen and it'll show you all the little icons. So as you can see, that it looks like there's about 4 different icons on there. The little purple one here, look, I'm going to use my pen. So little purple one, you've got the balloon one, you've got the little sound one down here, and then finally, if you can see that, like a little picture. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what all those different things are so you know what you're looking for. So if you click down here, or if you look down here, there's a little bit of information about the Walk of Art. And then it also said view map legend. That is what we're going to click on next. So view map legend, here we go. Excuse me. So you have got, as you can see the little purple dots on there. You can see the hot air balloons on here, which is, sorry, these ones here. And you can also see the little sound icons and also finally the picture ones at the bottom. So let's go through them. What do they all mean? So firstly, oops, didn't want to do that. So firstly, these top ones here, exactly what it says on the tin. These are all the venues for this year. So it gives you a big long list of all the different things. You can see already it'll give you some information, Saturday only, Sunday only, where they all are. So that is that, and I will click on them in the actual map in a bit so you can see what you're looking at. A little bit further down here, you've got the hot air balloons. So you've got every school is participating in decorating some wooden hot air balloons. And those hot air balloons will be displayed outside their school or their group location. So that's the hot air balloons. Then you've got something just here called the Soundscape Trail. So at these locations on the map, if you visit there, there'll be a QR code. You can scan the code and then you can listen to a song or a sound about Horsforth. And there's some beautiful ones in there. There's some great songs written for us by some very talented artists. And then right at the bottom there, you've got something called the High Street Gallery and Street Art. So the High Street Gallery is where schools have donated artwork to be hung in businesses down two of the main streets, which is Town Street and New Road Side. And they will start to appear the day before, because that's when we're putting things in the businesses. And then underneath that, you've got the street art ones as well. So how much do you know about Horsforth's art? There is art out there for anybody to go and have a look at already. So where are they? And they're on the map. So the first interesting thing to know about this is that these little ticks along the side here, you can actually untick these if all you want to see is, for example, just the venues on the map itself. Then you can get rid of the other ones, or you can put them all back in, which is what we're going to do. There we go. Right, let me show you the map and let me show you how you can use it for the day. So do not, which is I've done many times now, really annoying, you're not closing it. Don't close it because it closes everything out. It's very annoying. We're not closing it. We're going to use our back button. Let me just move my face, and we're going to use the back button at the top there. So here's the map. So on the map, all those different icons, you now know what the icons represent. Did you know, and I'm hoping you do, but did you know that this little blue spot here, let me use my little red colour again. So this little blue spot here is where you are at that point in time. So at the moment, you know where I am making this video. So that is where you are. And if I kind of swivel around on my chair, you can see which way you are also pointing as well, which is superbly handy to help you get your navigation. So I know where I am, but I don't know where I want to be. Where do I want to go? So what I'm going to do is what's around me. So I can see that there's some purple ones up here. So there's some artists and venues up here. I can see that there is a soundscape. I want to go and listen to that. And I can see that there's some street art. And I can see further along in that corner up there, there is a hot air balloon. So I might want to plan my own route actually and think, well, if that's where I am right now, and don't forget you can use this on the day as well. So even if you've just randomly visited somewhere, you can see what's around near you. So first thing I'm going to do is I want to know what this soundscape is down here. So you can do that by just clicking on it. So at the bottom here, it tells me that the nearest soundscape to me is something called the Urban Dawn Chorus. And there's a little walking man here, and it tells me that it's only a minute away, which is brilliant. So I can do that. Or I can go a little bit further down here. I can walk down here. I might walk onto Town Street actually, because there's quite a cluster of things at the bottom there. I want to go and see all of those. So again, is it something that I'm going to be interested in? So I'm going to click on one of them. Let's have a look. Old King's Arms. So I know something's happening at the Old King's Arms. Now what I can now do is I can click that little banner or swipe it up at the bottom. So I'm going to swipe it up. Swipe up. Again, it will give me a little bit of information here. That blue, we've already been there before, but the view map legends, we can go back there if we need to. It will tell me that it's our friend Richard Heald, who's a photographer. Tells me a little bit about Richard on there. It gives me information about a clickable, which is really good. Clickable, W for website, I for Instagram, and F for Facebook. And then underneath that, you've got information about the venue as well. And you've also got right at the bottom there, some photos which you can click on to get some information about his work, which I'm going to do now. Let's have a look. So Richard is a photographer. We know that. We've read his information, and this is, and all I'm doing is swiping to see some of those photos. Then I'm going to use that back button up there again to get out of it. So thank you, Richard. Yes, I do want to go and visit you. So what I can do now, if I want to go and see Richard's work, I can use the directions at the bottom here, which is really handy. If I click on directions, it will literally give me, if I click on this little person up here, the walking man, it will tell me how to get there. There we go. And it'll tell me, wow, there we go. It will tell me the quickest route to get to the venue itself. So, and right at the bottom, you've got your start button as well. So it can actually walk you through or talk you through how to get there. So really super, super clever. Again, I'm going to use the back button to get me back to where I was. I can swipe down. That's all I did then. Swipe down the information. And I want to go and have a look at something else. So there might be, I want to know what this is here. So again, I'm just going to click on it and it says it's a community bench. So I'm going to swipe up. It says it's 4 minutes away from me. Swipe up, tells me a little bit about it. One tree, many leaves. This bench was commissioned by the Leeds Civic Trust, and then it gives you a photo of the bench. That's a photo of the mock-up of the bench, by the way. So there we are. And again, I can go into directions. I can swipe down to get rid of that one. And then I can look at what else is out there as well. Something's going on at Drury Lane. Swipe up. Who is it? It's a lady called Abby McCormack, who's an illustrator. Gives you clickable links into her website, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And it tells me at that venue that it's an open garden and it's also wheelchair accessible as well. And finally, again, I can click on her photos at the bottom there and get a bit more information or see if that's something that I'd be interested in. There we go. So I'm hoping that has given you a little flavour of how you can use the map and how accessible it is for the actual day. I find it incredibly useful, absolutely brilliant. And what you can then do, because you'll have access to this map from tomorrow, so that's the 21st. So you'll have access to this map. You can start writing your own notes about where you want to go. You can have a look all the way through them, click on each one of them, one toy to play, Morrison's is being involved in there, 97 Town Street, we know St Margaret's have got something going on. You can, again, I'm just using my fingers, pinching to have a look at the full map to see what else is out there. Plan your own routes. What's around you? What are you interested in? All of that kind of thing. So start your planning really early. Another useful feature from Google Maps on the day is because it starts at 11, at some point you're going to get hungry. So again, supporting our local businesses, we can, if we're where we are at the moment, I can zoom in and I can have a look, not only to see if there's any coffee houses nearby. So there's the beautiful greenhouse at the top there, truly scrummy, Trattoria Forno, Trattoria, sorry, I'm very bad, Woodlawn Coffee. So again, you can plan in any routes, and if you kind of click on these, it gives you information and photos about the food and the place itself. So that's superbly helpful. And again, you can use it in the same way, and you can go into directions and do it that way as well. So there you are. I'm hoping that has been really useful for you. As I say, I'm using Android, and I've been told, and we have tested, that it is very, very similar on the iPhone as well. If you go into the web browser, it's very similar. The only difference is it will not pinpoint your location. So you can't then find out how far places are, how far events are away from you at any point in time. So the apps is always better. So I hope that's been useful. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope you have a really fantastic and safe walk of art Thank you. Bye.